It's no secret that Call of Duty has broken records when it comes to its popularity amongst the public, and still remains one of the most recognizable names in gaming. Also, it is no secret that even if the newer games tend to fail the needs and wishes of its own fan base, time and again it will sell millions of copies worldwide, giving the illusion of success. Just because you sell millions of copies does not mean they all love the product. Honestly, I wonder how many people here buy the games out of respect for what the franchise was, and are not buying it for what it has become, a glorified cosmetic catalog with an FPS awkwardly stapled to it. And you know what I mean too when I say that. People no longer run around in military specific camo or face paint. Any game you go into, you will see the Terminator gun down a Ninja Turtle or watch Nicki Minaj quickscope Tim the Tatman. There's no identity anymore, and since the success of Warzone and the addition of Gunsmith, Call of Duty has been on a steady decline, with a couple notable titles that push their bar back up a bit. Activision and Treyarch for the last 6 years have been trying to reinvent the wheel, when all they really need to do is relearn how to drive. I like to think of these two companies as Homelander, you know? Like, they have this desire to be loved by everyone, but everything they do hurts the player base and pushes people away. Like the need to have pointless cosmetics and collaborations added to the shop every single week. Always needing a battle pass involved, never actually improving their games or giving the players what they need and want. Instead, they worry more about what bundle they will release next, instead of making a game that the general public can look at and say, now that looks worth $60. Actually, this is where I think Battlefield 6 shines. They made 2042 as an attempt to change up how the game works, added the operator system in lieu of assault, engineer, support, and scout, gave everyone the ability to have what they wanted, no campaign to play, only multiplayer. And in the long run, everyone hated it, but what they did, that Activision and Treyarch for some reason can't do, is they learned from their mistake. They went backwards with their idea and are giving us what they know we love in their game. Class-specific gameplay, major destruction elements, and overall chaos. A game that feels like a classic Battlefield with updated graphics and minor gameplay adjustments. That is what Call of Duty refuses to do. They won't backtrack. They can't think of a new angle and instead have been releasing remakes of older stories in worse ways, when all they need to do is literally remaster them. Raise your hand if you would hate seeing a remaster of Black Ops 1 and 2. If all they are doing is remaking their old games, the least they could do is remaster them. At least this way, people will be happy playing on fan-favorite games that were already amazing and can play with open servers again, instead of ruining an already great story just so they can have an excuse to release Blueprint weapons and attach it to Warzone. Maybe it is just me, but I would not be against a sort of Master Chief collection, but for Call of Duty. Release a bundle of the golden era of COD with each campaign and multiplayer, and give it an open sandbox element to make it worth buying. What do I mean by sandbox element? I mean giving the player the ability to choose exactly what they want and how to create their class, mixing and matching guns, lethals, tacticals, and kill streaks from every COD in the golden era. Giving players back the ability to earn in-game currency, like in Black Ops 1, which could also bring back party games. Bring back Modern Warfare 2 map voting, but instead vote on the game to randomly choose map. Bring back Black Ops 1 in-depth statistics and feeder mode. You know, just a game that celebrates the chaotic nature of each and every single one of their best games, from Call of Duty 4 to Black Ops 3, a multiplayer game celebrating the best of what Call of Duty used to be. I grew up with Call of Duty, and I tried my best to stick with them over these last harsh years, but after seeing their Black Ops 7 reveal trailer, I don't think I can stick with it. Their games are no longer fun to play, they cater too heavily to the pro league scene, care more about cosmetics in Warzone than the actual game itself. They ruin Zombies mode for me, and they are making their games surrounding addiction and not enjoyment. And I know this is a huge ask for COD, but until they care less about what their new game is going to do to Warzone, it actually makes a game that is not a complete sweatfest, I will not be buying Call of Duty games anymore. If you agree or not, let me know why down below. Why do you still buy Call of Duty? What do you hate/enjoy about newer CODs? If you like my idea on a Call of Duty sandbox, what would your crazy custom class be? Regardless, these are my opinions on the current state of Call of Duty, and as a longtime fan, all I hope for and can really do is hope that it gets better. This is Fire First, signing off.